Welcome yourself to the mat. Welcome yourself to the day. You might choose to stand with your feet together. You might choose to heel toe the feet apart, heel toe, so that the feet land beautifully under knees, ankles, hips. And just have a shoulder roll or two, just that embodied sense of letting burdens, worries, any strange dreams, mystical encounters in the night to just soften. The eyes can close if not already, and that lengthening up through the soft palate, that softening through the tops of the feet, cracking open all the different rivers and tributaries that run inside of this thing we call body. So let's start with some earth sky breathing. It's such a beautiful breathwork practice to ignite our inner power and set the tone for the day. So really, whatever we can do to set the tone for the day, that's what starts creating sacred living, magical thinking. So let the hands rest to the belly, allowing this to represent your hara. So in the Japanese traditions, and weave in all these perennial wisdoms, the hara is this low belly, this cauldron of transformation, as the Celtics would call it. So that reminder in earth sky breathing, we're connecting with the earth as we breathe in through the open channels of the feet, nurturing the energy of the legs into this cauldron of transformation at the low belly. And then exhale, letting the steam, the fires of alchemy rise through the center of the heart, up through the throat and out through the crown of the head to the sky, to the heavens. Breathing in through all four corners of the feet. Hover in that cauldron at the low belly. And exhale smoothly. Up, up and out through the crown of the head. Breathing in earth. Notice where the weight is. Do you need to bring it forwards a little bit? Exhale. Soften the features of the face. There's no performance here. Be with yourself. Uninhibited. Breathing in. Feet. Ankles, knees, hips, belly. Exhale all that energy that has risen up through the rest of the body. Up to the sky. Breathing in, permit yourself to slow down. Breathing out. So we root, rise, root and rise. Breathing in, we root to the earth, the densest element. And breathing out, we rise, we birth our dreams. We put new routines in place that honors our dreams. Lovely. Shake out the hands. Maybe a little comedy shoulder shrug or two. And then we'll come into our goddess dance, embracing the goddess. So that lifting the knees up. I'm just going to come off the mat because it's a bit noisy on the mic. And feel free actually to permit yourself to be more goddess, right? You know, especially in the masculine paradigm. Just if you want to sort of move around your space or just reorientate yourself, do. So remember, you have freedom, autonomy, you don't have to stay looking at the screen. Of course, if it's helpful, do. But really let this be about limbering up the hips, you know, so you can be rooted and earthed in the legs. No more tripping over, no more injuries. So you got to see that for yourself in your own body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stillness. Breathing into the belly. And just a sigh out. Just to let something go. Beautiful. So we'll come to the back of the mat. Have the feet as wide as your mat, just because it's, you know, morning time, you might still be awakening. And then just walk into a downward facing dog. So as ever, feel free to limber up, pedal out the feet and knees. Offer the heart wildly open between the inner thighs and knee area. So just that reminder of letting the knees sit beautifully over the ankles
Not to be puritanical, but to be honoring of sacred alignment. To be wholly aligned. One more deep breath there. Feel the power in your arms. And then soften to the knees. We'll river into some cat-cows. They're such a beautiful way to nurture all the nerve fibers. Inhale, dip the heart down to the earth. Look up. Bright eyes. Exhale, rounding in. Feel the power at your belly. Inhale, shoulders empty down the back. Remember to not hyperextend your elbows. Exhale. Glorious contemplation into your own heart. 2 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. What's your intention? What's the tone for the day? Feel it. Become it. Dream it. 1 more. Exhale. Spreading the shoulders at the back body apart. Beautiful. So come to neutral. Feel that strong doming action in the upper back. Lengthen one leg long. Toes tucked. This is a lovely way of coming into plank. And skip the other leg in. So feet together. Tenacious bone health. Notice where the head is. Are we kind of yanking the head down and then everything's becoming discombobulated? Look a little bit ahead of the fingertips. So in your peripheral vision, you can see the outer edges of the mat. It reminds us to have an expansive view in life, to expand our world view. What is it to be truly cosmopolitan? What is it to make a difference? What is it to be of true service? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soften to the knees. 1 breath in child's pose, breathing into the belly. Breathing out through the base of the spine, waking up to the day. Come back to a tabletop. We'll come into a side plank. So you can skip one leg and then the other again. Right hand into the middle of the mat. Spin onto the outside of the right foot. And left arm lifts. So you know you have strength to do this. So feel that tone in the feet. So the toes are drawing towards the knees. We invite the hips slightly forwards, because our tendency is to be pulled back, and then let the head lay back in space. That's coming into alignment. Look up to the left thumb, only if it's there for you. Use your finger pads of the right hand. 1 more breath, reach. Come back to center, stay strong. Of course, rest if you need to. Come to the second side in your own time. So it can be helpful to have the wrist not super directly under the shoulder, just slightly ahead. We really develop lubrication and strength in the hands. Imagine you're pressing into the air with that right hand, so it's dynamic, it's alive. Hips slightly forwards, buttocks tuned on. And come back to plank. 1 breath in plank. So breathe in comparison to Vashisthasana, side plank. Lower with slow motion and control. Knees, chin, chest, elbows hug in, hands stay still. Chest is on the floor, hips are lifted. Look up, chin is on the floor. This is Ashtanga Namaskar. Feel your own heartbeat. And then inhale, slither into Cobra. Bhujangasana. Press into the tops of the feet. Spread the toes. Spread the hands even wider. Ears away. Or shoulders away from the ears. And then maybe you lift a little bit higher. Notice stress or strain. Let it feel natural. Let it feel strong. 1 more breath, opening your heart to the day. And exhale. Release everything down. Tuck the toes under. Press into a downward dog. Come through the knees for that if you need to. Again, freestyle movement. Pedal out the feet and knees. Maybe a big exhale out the mouth. Could be a lioness breath. Remember your lioness, your guide, your ally. We draw in these non-corporeal supports. And then walk the hands back to the feet. Feel the heels landing. And just dangle in Uttanasana. So you're standing forward fold. Any noises that want to come out. You've got the freedom of your own space. This is recorded, so it doesn't matter. No judgment here. Whoo! We are made of light and sound. 1 more breath. Freedom in the upper back. tumbling the arms down. And then trust your feet, so that earthy energy as you roll vertebra by vertebra. Head is always the last to rise. So we're being mindful of pressure changes in the body. You know, we have baroreceptors at the sides of the neck that message blood pressure regulation. And just take a moment to look up and out here. You know, what's the vision you're calling in? Inner and outer horizons. Relax the feet, spin the palms of the hands forward. So we stand for a breath or two in Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Set your drishti, your gaze, keep it spacious, keep it to a single point in front of you, all at the same time. We can maintain a spacious focus. Right leg, standing leg, lifting the left knee up. So a bit of morning time balance to recalibrate the nervous system, to encourage cognitive function. And dharana, that's one of the 8-limb path of yoga. Single pointed focus. So stay in your lane, stay true to yourself. Distractions are everywhere, stay true to yourself. And then we'll do a little sliding the left hand down the shin to catch the foot, coming into a quad stretch. If you want to open up that right arm as a balance, or maybe the right hand can join in for the right foot, or just rest, palm open to the low back. Keep your eyes relaxed and calm. Chest lifted. Lift through the soft palate, the sutures at the crown of the head and the skull. Open mind, open eyes, bright horizons. One more breath. And release. Well done. If you need to do like a little shimmy, a little shoulder roll, clap the hands, change your mind, reorientate. Second side. Focus. Dharana. Peripheral vision engaged. Single pointed focus ahead. Left leg, standing leg. Hold at the shin of the right leg, flex the right foot so the brain thinks, we're on stable ground here. Lower the right hip down, whilst at the same time, let a river of space lift up through the back of the neck, shoulders tumble down, chest lifted. Breathing, Ujjayi breath. Trust all 4 corners of your standing foot, and then slide the right hand down. So reorientate that leg. Feel free to have the left arm as a balance aid, or you can hug the left hand to the hip or bring it towards the right foot. Use your breath so the lactic acid doesn't build up. Just intelligently offloading the carbon dioxide with a healthy breath. One more. Open the heart, shoulders draw together and release. Again, shake it off. Maybe some shoulder rolls. Nice deep breaths. So actually let's take these into some bigger shoulder rolls here. Like we're drawing beautiful circles with the elbows. And remember, it doesn't have to look anything like me. Your body is your body. So just see how it feels, change direction. So it might be almost that sense of butterfly. Always found that. I still find it an incredibly challenging stroke. Pull, butterfly. Pull, butterfly. Switching on the solar plexus and switching on the back of the heart. 2 more like that. Whew. 1 more. Whew. Beautiful. And then stand tall once again. Let the eyes close. Spirit eye, come alive. Spirit eye, help me thrive. We switch on the third eye, that inner compass. So trace your awareness, that space between your eyebrows into the center of your head. It's the residence of pituitary gland, the master gland, the great governor. The splendor of our body. Switching on our intuition, braiding logic and magic. We need both. It's never either or, it's always both and more. Breathing in, sacred living. Breathing out, magical thinking.
2 more, breathing in. Relax the jaw. And breathing out. Lay your awareness into your back body. Great. Let's come into a standing straddle. So really getting that earth energy into the legs. So, you know, whilst you're still recovering into that right leg, just take care, of course, if there is inflammation there. Trust your body, listen to your body. Hands to hips. Check toes in front of the heels, and you're anchoring into the outer blades of the feet. Little lift in the inner arches. So a little bit of power posing. We stand up for who we are in the world, both individually and collectively. 1 breath into that, breathing in. And exhale, lengthen through the spine as you fold. Keep the hands to the hips and invite the inner elbows towards one another, almost like you're lifting the shoulder heads away from earth and diving the blades of the shoulders down the back. Discern in your own body if the weight feels like it can come forwards a bit, if it's too heely. And then nice deep breaths here. Nice deep breaths. Relax any toe gripping. If you need a sigh out the mouth, or you need to make a noise, do. Whew. Keep offering the elbows towards one another. Remember how far you've come in your journey. Remember to honor that, to celebrate it. You're alive, you're living. 1 more deep breath. We'll take the left hand down to the floor. If it needs to be a bit further forwards, that's fine. Could be tented fingertips. And without the left hip moving, we spiral into a twist to the right. So the right arm, as ever, you can extend it or you can keep it to the right hip. Re-establish that length in the left leg. If you need a little bend in the left knee for comfort, no problem. But focus on lengthening from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Remember our earth sky breathing at the beginning. Nice deep ujjayi breathing. Victorious breath. 1 more. And release. Switch sides. So what are you opening up to? Body as expression of subconscious mind. Left shoulder blade dancing down the back. Lifting up and out of the right armpit. You might look up to the left thumb. You don't have to. You can look down to the earth. You know, different days carry different energies. 1 more breath. And release. Well done. Walk the hands towards the top of your mat. Hands either side of that front foot. Back toes tucked. Have a little moment in a lunge. A low lunge here. Shoulders down the back again. Only if it works for you. You can jump switch the legs. So left leg jumps forwards. If you want to do your own version of that, or if it's just a step through, it's really fine. And then nice deep breaths here. So just a beautiful opening into the hamstrings and glutes of the front leg, and an activation of the hip flexors. Press back through the heel. Lengthen through the spine. You might even look up to let the heart soften. And then coming back to downward dog, our trusty dog, our loyal dog, the qualities of loyalty, of companionship. Beautiful. Come down to the knees. We'll sit the hips to one side, and let's just come, how are we doing? Yeah, let's just come and do 3 deep breaths in a cross-legged position. So we continue to build that focus on meditation. Close the eyes. You can join the tip of the first finger and thumb into our Jhana Mudra, the wisdom seal. Palms down, rest of the fingers relaxed. Breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale to the dawn of a new day. Exhale, letting go of what's gone before. Let it go. Collapse the timeline. 1 more. Breathing in to your own sovereignty, king of your own world. Breathing out, remember to be of service, to be of sustenance. 1 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Come to laying on your back. As it's a shorter practice, you can just let yourself stay here for a little bit. Drop into the bones, the blood, the body, the tissues. Soften the eyes. There might be some days you stay here for longer, which you're so welcome to. If you feel like you're ready, then just stretch, 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 stretch. Oh, make a noise if it feels good. Hug the knees in. Thank your body. Thank you, body. Thank you, mind. Thank you, soul. Thank you, world. And then roll to seated. And we seal our practice. Namaste.